Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got another tier list and we are going to be ranking all the winter wildcard cards in a tier list. There's a lot of them to do. We're not going to waffle. Let's just get straight into it. As always, we do have the 5 tiers. We've got GOAT, we've got Class, we've got Decent, we've got Pass, and we've got Too Expensive. GOAT is pretty much like they have to go on your team. There's no if, buts, or maybes. Classes, they're really, really good, but you might already have someone in that position that you're not too sure whether to take out, but they're still definitely worth using. Decent is, you might give them a go, you might not. It's probably unlikely they'll make your team. They might make your bench at a push. Pass are they're just ones that you just want to avoid pretty much. And then you got Too Expensive. These are often cards that are unreal, but they're just too unattainable and too expensive. Like I said, there's loads of these, so I'm probably not going to spend too much time on each card, but I'll try to do a brief summary if I think it's worth giving them a summary. First up, we've got Aldasari, 15,000 coins. It is decent. It's a decent card. It is what it is. He might make your bench because he's quite pacey. He's got good dribbling, okay passing and shooting, and he's got THUNDERSTRUCK plus. Now, Alawaran, once an absolute GOAT of the game, that World Cup hero card that he had, it will just never be topped. And that's still happening right now because Alawaran, 170k, he's a pass, if I'm honest. Obviously, the pace is there, of course it is, but 83 shooting and 82 passing in December. Are you serious right now? Next up, we have the two Carlos Albertis, don't know. We've got two Carlos Alberto here. And for me, they're both going in GOAT because the cards are unbelievable. You're paying about 1.4 million per card here, but honestly, I think it's going to be worth it because he's an absolute beast anyway. His base card is always unbelievable, and these upgraded cards in their respective positions are honestly untouchable. And he's got decent playstyle pluses. Both of them have got Anticipate plus. Next up, we've got Frankie de Jong's crazy cards. One of them has got 99 passing, but he's also worth about 2.3 million. And the other one's got very, very nice stats, but is worth 1.3 million. Now, for me, I think they're both going to go in Class. Pricing of the 2 point whatever million one, I think it is quite expensive, but he's also not too expensive, if that makes sense. But honestly, both got a very good cards. The one with 99 passing also has Incisive Pass plus, which is a great playstyle to have. He shouldn't miss a pass, but when I use him, of course, he's going to miss loads of passes. Maybe it's because you're bad at the game. Next up, we've got Delap with 99 pace, but unfortunately, that's not good enough for my team or anything, so he is going in pass. I mean, he's got 70 passing. Like, 70 passing in December in a game where passing's very important. Next up, we've got Dean Natalie, who's got two incredible cards. Each card is a different foot, by the way. One of them's right-footed, one of them's left-footed. Again, these are both going in Class for me. I mean, the left winger's 600k, and the striker is 1 million coins, but he's got Finesse plus. The other one's got THUNDERSTRUCK plus. The pace, the shooting stats on both cards are incredible, as well as the passing and dribbling as well. Like, if you're packing this card, I don't see why you wouldn't use him unless you already had an incredible striker that's worth probably over 1 mil already. Next up, we got Dinky, 11k. He's another pass, if I'm honest. Like, they're trying a little bit, but again, 80 passing for a right mid or a right winger is just not good enough. Moving on to Diego Forlan. He's going straight into Class on me. I just did a player review on him as well, so if you want me to go into more depth about him, go over to that video because I used him there. But yeah, I mean, my summary was he was a fun card, and yeah, he's just really good. Like, he just didn't want to miss at all. Like, even if I tried, he didn't want to miss. Frankowski is going in Decent. The only reason that he's not going in Pass is because he's free. But I mean, he's got 99 pace as well, which obviously you can't squabble at. But if you're playing him right back or left back, he's got 80 defending and a 79 physical. It's just not that's just not defensive at all, is it? And then if you're playing him on the wing, he hasn't got great passing, he hasn't got great shooting. It's just not a great card overall, but he's free, so you can't really squabble at it. Next up, we got Gahey, 15,000 coins. I think he's decent, you know, to be fair. He's definitely better than Frankowski, so we can go above him now. I mean, as a centre-back, 82 pace is cracking, 88 defending, 86 physical, and he's got Anticipate plus, which is perfect. Next up, we've got Erling Haaland. He's got a centre-back card and a striker card. For me, again, they're both going in Class. I just love the centre-back card. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? I do want to use him, but unfortunately, I don't have the coinage in my bank account at the moment. The striker's got 91 pace, 95 shooting, unreal dribbling. The passing is a bit poo, but we'll let that go because he's literally going to be there as, I imagine, a poacher. And it's actually quite a good centre-back card as well. Next up, we got Haji. He's a pass, surprisingly, because usually his card's not too bad, especially in game. But no, this one wasn't really screaming and shouting at me. 50k for an icon as well. Like, you're looking at that, you're expecting it to boost your team up in that, but I just don't think he will. He doesn't, like, he usually get the icon tax of being better, but for me, he's just not doing it for me. Next up, we got Hansen, who's 2.3 million, and she's going to have to go into GOAT. Her normal card's still probably very overpowered, but look at those stats. 92 pace, 91 shooting, 91 passing, 93 dribbling. It's just unbelievable, and the trickster as well, which is just a bit of fun to have. Next up, we have Eden Hazard, who's also going in GOAT, actually, because, again, look at those stats. 94 passing, 87 shooting, 87 passing, 94 dribbling. It's not as good as Hansen's, but it is like 600k cheaper, and it's, oh my god, if you had them on either side of the wing, I don't think you're going to be struggling for goals. Icardi, 14,000k. He's going to go in decent. The 99 shooting definitely saves him here. I don't think you can put him anywhere else but decent. He's not good enough to go in class, and with 99 shooting, he can't be a pass. I mean, the pace and passing is testing that. Don't get me wrong. Testing my ability to put him into pass. But for now, we'll let it go. He's staying decent. You got Janssen, the centre-back from the women's Man United team. I actually think she's going in class as a centre-back. Look at that. 83 pace. You got 81 passing. You got 87 defending. 99 physical. With aerial plus as well. You could, I think you could easily use his centre-back, DM, or left-back. And I don't think she'd feel out of place, if I'm honest. Obviously, the only thing is just trying to get her on chem. But if you can fit her into a team, I don't see why you wouldn't. Lacazette, 42,000k. He's decent. I mean, he is what it is. 85 pace. Could do with a little bit of a boost. The dribbling's nice. The shooting's nice. He's got technical plus as well. He was kind of like on the threshold. If he had like maybe a few better passing stats, he'd probably get up into class. But me, I think decent's probably where it should be. Next up, we got Lavelle, 25k. She's going to be joining Janssen in class. As a left back, you got 90 pace, 88 defending, 87 physical. Dribbling and passing stats are incredible for a left back. Very nice for a left winger as well. I don't think, again, if you can fit this person into your team, you can't squabble at it at all. Ademola Lookman. 200k. He's going in class, if I'm honest. Very nice card, I think. Again, the 99 dribbling boosts this a heck of a lot. And he's got first touch plus, which when you fire that ball into him, it should not bounce off his foot. It should be so glued to his foot that he should not be losing it. We've got Sergio Gomez up next. He's about 11k and he's about decent. Very average left back, if I'm honest. 85 pace, 86 defending, 80 physical. Good dribbling, good passing. I just wouldn't want to get him in my team, if I'm honest. Next up, we've got Mascherano's. We've got two of them. Not sure whether they're in different position, but anyway, we got Mascherano's CDM card. They both have CDM and centre-back. Very similar cards. And if I'm honest, they're going in class. Again, I don't see why you wouldn't have this card if you packed him. Especially at the centre-back one. 92 defending, 89 physical. They're like the ones that you're looking at. The pace is 80. That's the bare minimum you want. But obviously with the chem style as well, you can boost that because you won't really need to boost the defending. So you'd be looking at a pace and physical one. In fact, I'm going to put the DM one into decent. At the top of decent. They're about 40k each, to be fair. The passing is probably a bit low, actually, for the DM one to be put into the class. However, the centre-back one, I just like that card in general. Next up, we've got Sarui, about 11k. Another one that's just going to go into pass. I don't like putting the cheaper ones into pass because it feels like I'm putting them there for the sake of putting them there. But they're cheap for a reason to begin with. And two, their stats just aren't up to billing for December the 24th, as I'm currently recording this. Right, baby. 420,000 coins. For me, this is decent. I don't think I can put him any higher. 82 pace, 88 defending, 90 physical. Very, very nice stats, but 420k for this. For example, Mascherano's card's not too dissimilar to this, the DM one, and it's 10 times cheaper. Next up, we got Skulls, under 15,000 coins. My bias says GOAT, but unfortunately, I'm using my head here. He is decent. Again, I can't really put him much higher. I mean, the passing is unbelievable. The more I look at this card, the more I'm more inclined to put him in class, if I'm honest. 115k for that card is actually unbelievable. I don't know what I was looking at before, but yeah, if you're playing him next to someone who's more defensive, I don't see an issue with this. He's got incisive pass plus with 99 passing. Again, should not be making a mistake with a pass. And you can scream his name when you shoot. Next up, we've got Claude Makaleli. I think this is a class SBC. As I realised, you can't actually see Skulls and Makalele. Yeah, Claude Makalele, I'll put him in class. I think it's a cracking SBC that we got on a Monday. We never get them on a Monday. But if you ever used to use him, you knew how good he was. I know the game's slightly evolved, but I just don't think you can moan at this card. It's just It's good. You just know he's going to be good in-game, although his stats aren't up to the tier that you think it would be, especially with 77 passing. But as a DM, the defending, physical, and pace are probably a bit more important. And I just think it's a class card for 200k with a fodder that you can get is probably very cheap. You're probably looking at about 50k maximum. If anyone's spending 220k dead flat on this card, then I'll be very, very surprised. Nunmenj, we got another SBC here. He's decent. I think he got voted quite a lot, but defending and physical for me as a left back or a centre back aren't that great. Probably he's one of those cards that tend to play better in game than his stats actually say. Pedro Porro up next, 120,000 coins. He's decent. Again, another decent one. Physical and defending, not brilliant for a right back, but I mean, he's good, but he's not like up there, especially for 120k. I mean, he's not too dissimilar to Nunmenj, if I'm honest, and he's an 80k SBC. Again, you probably do him for very, very cheap the fodder you can get. And for me, again, it's just not someone that I'm going to be looking to squeeze into my team. Next up, we've got the big boys. We've got two R9s here, two Ronaldos. We've got a 95 one, which is extinct, which by default, I'm going to have to put in too expensive because obviously you can't get him. He's unattainable. He's far too expensive. Even if he was 14 mil, still far too expensive for me. No one can get him, which is good because he's unbelievable. And then we've got the 90 rated one, which is quite interesting because obviously it's not, the stats aren't too dissimilar from the 95 if I'm honest, but he's 7 mil I think. And for that reason, he's very expensive, but go, like, it's warranted. That 6 mil for that card is very, very reasonable. Well, not reasonable, but it's warranted, you know. 96 pace, 92 shooting. You know R9 is an absolute machine in the game. Next up, we got Orban. We're just going to go decent. He's okay. I mean, he's very close to being passed, if I'm honest, but yeah. Next up, we got Parejo, actually, who I didn't think ever I'd see him with a card that I'd be putting into class, if I'm honest. But yeah, if you play him either centre back or CDM, it's just a cracking card. 93 passing, 88 defending, 86 physical. Love it. Leroy Sane and SBC, 160k. Again, cheaper. We should probably got fodder. He's going in class for me. He's a good card. He's got finesse plus. He's got inside forward plus on the right. Good pace, good shooting, decent passing, very nice dribbling. Not much more to say. Socrates, 450,000 coins. I'll tell you what, he's very close to going in pass. I used him. He was okay. Good finishing, of course, good passing, but for 91 dribbling, he just felt like a bit of a brick. But of course, he has got finesse shot plus, so it's difficult to put him into pass. Next up, we've got eafc, 340k. Again, another decent one, if I'm honest. It's just, you expect more when you're playing with him. I used him. He was good. He's got incisive plus. He's got tick-attacker plus, but he can only play centre mid, which is a bit of an issue for me personally because I play with 2 DMs rather than a centre mid, and it was okay. His card was okay using it because his card's not that great. Van den Boomen up next, 11k. It's just a standard CDM card, really. Again, if you have an Ajax team or a RedDeviller team, I'd probably put him in, but I don't think anyone else is going to be squeezing him in. Tillman, he was close to going decent, but he's just going to have to go pass for me. 81 shooting, 83 passing. Just not great. Vivian, 11k, another pass, just a very, very, very bog standard card. 63 passing. I know he's a centre back, but you need your centre backs to be able to pass. Undav, 20k, 99 shooting. Again, he's decent. Again, you can't, same with Icardi, someone with 99 shooting, you can't put him pass. And his other stats overall aren't bad either. He's got 87 dribbling. We got 3 big boys left, starting with Vinny Jai. His striker card is 4 million coins, and his left wing card is about 2.7 million. But they're both going to have to go in for GOAT for me. Like, they are so good cards. That was great English as well, if I'm honest. Looking at that striker one, he's got finesse shot plus and Trivela plus. You can't get 2 better play styles, if I'm honest. Maybe power shot instead as a striker, but oh my god, what a card. And last but certainly not least, we do have Yaya Touré, and he is going in class for me. Just missing out on the GOAT status for me, but wow, what a card. And you know, he's a beast in the game again. Just one of those cards that just seem to play better than whatever his stats are. But that is my tier. Let me know what you think. How wrong did I get this? How right did I get this? Let me know down in the comments. And also let me know if you want me to try any of these cards out and show you what they're about. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And as always, hope you have a good day, great week, and I'll catch you in a bizzle. Merry Christmas.